And they often, no, this is right. I understand you're right, but in being right, you may not get anything. And I often tell them, listen, if you can't live with that, go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. In Vegas recently, it happens all the time. People just stop me in the hallway, and this is the big thing for CEOs. I'm not going after your supervisory committee members trying to drum up trouble for your organization. I'm often just minding my business, and someone comes up to me in a hallway, sits me down for 45 minutes to an hour, and gives me the whole spiel about what's happening. And I listen. And what I used to do was, all right, well, what we need to do. They call me, I send them a proposal, blah, 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 blah. We get in there and I would try to give them a little backup. And because they're a volunteer going up against a professional financial institutional manager, right? These days, especially for credit unions of a certain size where for me as a consultant, the juice isn't quite worth the squeeze in terms of the amount of stress and effort. I sit them after I listen. I say, hey, I'll often ask the person, how old are you? And they'll tell me, maybe 65, 72, I say, listen, it's not your responsibility to fix something that was broken long before you became a volunteer. Governance and having the structure and respect for what the supervisory committee or what an audit committee can be, that's not on one individual or two individuals to lace up and attempt to move either a board that has been co-opted, if you will, or a management team that doesn't appreciate the third line of defense in audit. I'll tell them, listen, often I say, well, I already know they're going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do this, and it's going to take me this amount of time to even make an attempt to fix it. You're this size. It's probably not going to work out in our favor. How about we try to figure out how to find a balance and attempt to meet them halfway? And they often, no, this is right. I understand you're right, but in being right, you may not get anything. And I often tell them, listen, if you can't live with that, go volunteer at the Boys and Girls Club. Don't stress yourself out in an epic battle of personalities between an immovable force. And that's just where I am. And I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's just where I've come in, because I have the scars to show. You want to talk about like battles, supervisory committees, boards, and management teams. Those, I don't know if the examiners are even aware. These fights that are happening in different spaces, they can be epic at times. And often once the dust clears, there's no real movement forward. And so anyway, I got some more to do. Hopefully that was just thoughtful. And I'll see you on the other side of Puerto Rico, and stay warm.